everyone, we are now in Pai. We're going to be showing you around today to see the best things to do and what to get up to here in Pai. So first things first on the list is Pai Canyon. It's one of the main things here to do in Pai, and as you all know, we love a viewpoint, so it was definitely first option for us.
We got up here by using a scooter which we rented from the Pai Centre. It was 300 baht a day for a scooter, and it was much better than coming with a guided tour, so you don't feel rushed. Because if you come with a tour and they have a certain time they've got to leave, then you've got to leave at that time, whereas you might want to stay for longer, you might want to go quicker, you might want to go around a different way than the tour. But yeah, so it's much better to come on your own if you just rent a scooter. It's only a 10 to 15 minute drive, nothing really, unless you come in the cold like we did this morning, and it was absolutely freezing and my hands were falling off.
But it's still worth it because now, like, there's no one here.
We've literally got it to ourselves, whereas you've come at sunset, I've heard these crowds. Now that's not bad all the time, but if you do want to come on your own and have that bit of seclusion and mooching about on your own, feeling like it's just yours, I would definitely recommend to come in the morning on your own scooter. What they don't tell you is that the shade drops from the left to the right. You're literally a step away from...
Before morning coffee.
So we're just having a walk round the canyon now. There's a 3 to 7 mile loop all the way round the canyon. There is drops all the way around, which is pretty cool to be fair, because you can get right close to them. We have actually got it to ourselves currently, due to coming just after sunrise, because everyone comes for sunrise and then seems to leave, but if you stay just a bit after that, you've got it to yourself, and it's like a big open area, which you are privileged to have it to yourself if you do stay. So I would make sure that you come just after the sunrise. The canyon does get steep in places, and you have to use your hands and feet to climb down. You've got to go slowly, as there is loose rock now.
So you could actually slip. But as long as you've got the right trainers on with a bit of a tread, you will be fine. So whatever trainers you brought with you, just don't be coming in your flip-flops or your Crocs, because that will not be a vibe.
No flip-flops and Crocs if you want to do the walk. But like, if you do want to just go and see the viewpoint, be your guest. Like, wear your Crocs, wear your flip-flops. But if you are wanting to do the walk round, definitely not suggested to wear your Crocs. Angel the mountain trekker. So we've just finished up at the canyon now. I would highly recommend to come here if you're coming to Pai. Even if you're coming to the north of Thailand, I would take the tour to come to Pai for one of the reasons, just to come to the Pai Canyon. Now, we're going to go over to the next place, which is another highly recommended thing to do here in Pai. So, as we're only going to show you the best here in Pai, we only show you the best on this channel. So we're going to move over to the next place and we will catch you there. We have now arrived at the bamboo bridge here in Pai. It's another one of the top things to do here. We've just been to the canyon, now we've moved over to the bridge. It's quite quiet, we've come early in the morning, about 8:30 in the morning, it opens at 8. It was 30 baht each to enter, and it's like a big area with a big bridge. It's like a big rice field kind of. The main bridge is made of steel, which is overlaid with the bamboo.
It was originally built in 2016, and it was actually for the monks to walk across to the near community to receive their alms. And for those of you that didn't know what alms were, because Charlie didn't, it's when the nearby community gives to the monks.
Throughout the walk of the bamboo bridge, you've got loads of little cut-offs where it's like swings, little huts where you can get food, tables. So it's not just literally a bridge where you come. It's a good trip. Definitely one to come out to. There's actually dogs on the bridge, stray dogs. So you got to watch out for them. Yeah. Might jump on that swing. Behind us, through this tunnel, we've actually got some locals working on the bridge. So it's nice to see that they do keep it up. with the renovations if there is damages to it or some parts need to be updated.
Yeah, it's a little bit thinner back there, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
Just walk past then.
So they was adding some more bamboo slats into it. So
Literally just knocking them in.
literally knocking them in with an axe.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good to see that it keeps up to date, keeps the local Thai people in work, and they're keeping it renovated for us tourists to carry on walking through.
So as you can see behind us here, we just got to the end of the trail. We have been here a good hour, so you can make a good walk of it really. It's nice and long. As you get to the end, there's a little temple, and it's full of good views all around. Mountains, rice fields, there's loads of locals working in the area as well, on the bridge and also in the rice fields. So yeah, you feel like you're right at culture.
So we've now come to the end of the bamboo bridge, and what an experience it's been to walk the path of what the monks used to walk back in the day from one city to the next while collecting their gifts from the locals. It was really a good experience. As I said, it really is one of them things that you should do if you come here in Pai, 100%. It's just a nice scenic walk in the sun. It's obviously quite affordable as well, only 30 baht each. So it's one of them things where you can go and you don't have to spend too much money, and it's one of them that you really do want to see. So head over to the bamboo bridge here in Pai, and we're going to catch you at the next place now, as we're going to show you a few more spots here in Pai. So I will see you there. We are now at Pambok Waterfall, which was only around the corner from our last place, which was the bamboo bridge. This one actually cost quite a considerably bigger amount than the bridge. It was 200 baht each, so 400 baht altogether. I'll put the conversion rate just below. So yeah, you pay a little bit more for this, but the reviews and what I've read on this waterfall is that when it actually is running nice, that it is a very nice waterfall to visit. But I have heard that sometimes if it hasn't rained in the last few weeks, that it can become dry and not have a river flow. So we will see how it is at the top.
Here behind us, we've just noticed there's a little wooden bridge that looks like it's about to fall any minute, and then a steel bridge above it. So I'm presuming it's been deemed as unsafe, and now they've made a new one.
I think Angel should walk it.
Walk across the wooden one. So I did actually read before we come here that it is really cold and it's a good place to cool down, but I didn't realise how cold it actually be because it's surrounded by high cliffs and fully shaded. It is freezing, like the water is ice cold, so yeah, definitely is a good place to come and cool down.
So we have finished at that waterfall now, at Pambok Waterfall. It was an unreal experience. As you would have seen, the flow of the waterfall was perfect. It wasn't dry like I've seen before. It must have been raining previously up here, but it was unbelievable. The water, as Angel said, was freezing cold.
Yeah,
like,
nice and fresh.
Because of the big cliff sides and it just getting colder and colder and colder, the water was actually freezing. But because we've been so hot recently, it was actually a nice feeling. And when you got out, you're like acclimatised and your body warmed up, and it was perfect. Something that I've not had since I've been out here in Southeast Asia is a very, very cold water exposure, as you could say. But we're going to move on to our next place now of showing you around Pai and showing you the things you can do and what are good to witness here while you are on your travels. Now that we have arrived at the hot springs, we have come straight up to the top of the hot springs where it's the hottest temperature of over 80 degrees. So as you can imagine, you can't get in that because it will scald your skin. We've actually got locals here who have got boiled eggs from the hot springs. Now that is crazy to think how hot that water must be, and only just downstream is where you can go swimming and have a relaxing bath, you could say, in the 36 degree. So at the top you can say it's 80 degrees, which is going to scald your skin, and then you work your way down and then you can actually go and sit in it at 36 and below.
Oh, it's like a chiquita. Oh, it's lovely and hot.
So the hot springs is actually like jacuzzi heat. Like the only thing you're missing out is on the bubbles, but you have got like these waterfalls next to it. But if you're coming and expecting to be cold like Angel, you're going to be the opposite, because it's 30 degrees out of the water and 36 degrees in the water. So you're going to be hot enough to stay quite warm. You might even start sweating. But it's very nice. It's quite green area as well, natural feel to it. Now we have come a bit later on in the day, about 1:30, due to being at the other places earlier in the day. So if you do want it more to yourself, I would suggest getting for open time, which is 8 o'clock, or even just a little bit after then, as I can imagine that's going to be the best time for you to have to yourself. But like us, if you go and see other things in the day and then you're going to go to it a bit later on, it's still fine. Like, we've got this full pool to ourselves at the minute. Now there is people in the left and the right one, but don't worry on being overcrowded, because this is the middle of the day on a Friday. You've got a few school trips and a few locals mixed with the foreigners, but nothing too bad, like nothing too busy. So get yourself here if you are in Pai. Now that we have finished at the Pai Hot Springs, that has come to a close of this vlog today. We have been to the Pai Canyon, we've been to the bamboo bridge, we've been to the waterfall, and we've been to the Pai Hot Springs. Now that is the 4 main things we would suggest to do here in your time in Pai. Now there is other things if you've got a bit more of an extended period of time here, but if you're on a short time like us, 4 or 5 days, I think them 4 things have to be on the top of your list.
Yeah, and it is so easy to get everything done in one day in a short period of time. We've found that everything here in Pai is really close together. Well, like 10 to 15 minute journeys from one another, so once you've got a ped or a scooter, it's not too hard to get around from place to place.
No, that's correct. So please like, comment and subscribe onto this video, and we hope you'll be here to see the next video through our time in Thailand. We are in Pai at the minute and we're moving back to Chiang Mai, and we're going to be going to Chiang Rai, as that is the bus route you've got to take. So we will catch you then. Hope to see you there. Boom. Yeah.